Right, we're on to the Betaflight setup for the Crossfire using the CʀᴏssFIʀᴇ. So we've done the QX7 signal inverter mod. We've got that all soldered up and in there now. We've wired up the Crossfire receiver to the CʀᴏssFIʀᴇ in the previous video. I'll put links to these up in the top now. So we've got the first link now is for the signal inverter mod on the QX7. And the link there that should appear now is for the receiver install on the CʀᴏssFIʀᴇ, or you can use the same video for any flight controller. It tells you pretty much everything you need to know there. So in this one we're going to be covering the Betaflight setup, what version you need to be on or after, how to check what version you're already on, and how to flash or update it and back up your settings before you do that. So first of all, we can see my desktop. So we're going to go and launch Betaflight, and you can see just up there on the top left where I'm cursoring now is the version 3.1.2. So what we'll do, we'll have a quick browse on the Tinterweb and have a look, see what version is currently out on release on the Google Chrome App Store thingamajiggy. So just type in Betaflight. It's usually the top one, Betaflight configurator, and you can see there, where does it say? Yes, 3.2.2. so mine's out of date. So yes, because this is a new build, I'm going to download that one and use that one. Right, so click the add to Chrome, add app, and where it says checking in that blue box, you'll see when it's ready. Right, so I'm going to delete my previous version. Right click, remove from Chrome, remove, and then I'm going to right click on the new one and create shortcuts, but just to my desktop. And then I'm going to remove that one that's there on my taskbar, and I'm going to drag the one on my desktop to my taskbar and get rid of that shortcut. I hate messy desktops. Right, so you can see we're on 3.2.2. So let's plug the board in, set this to permanent expert mode. So I'm just plugging the flight controller in now, and there we go, we're connected. So I'm going to do a backup first. So if you hit this backup here, that will save the configurator settings, and also we've got the CLI where we can hit in the dump to get all the sort of expert details sort of thing. You can see there, if you type in version, it'll tell you what your flight controller is currently on. You can see it's 3.2.1, so we've got 3.2.2, so there's probably a firmware update as well. So we'll back up first, so hit the backup button, save it somewhere on your desktop, and then we're going to go back to CLI and we're going to type dump, D-U-M-P, and then we're going to highlight all of this all the way up to the very top. Just bring it down just below the first line. Right click, copy, create a new text document on the desktop, open that up, we'll name it dump, open it up, right click, paste and save. Okay, so we've got a backup of the CLI commands and the configurator. So now we can disconnect and hit firmware flasher. Select our board. For this it's the Omnibus F4. This will vary depending on which board you're using. No, I don't know what happened there. I'll try that again. So yeah, choose the latest one, and there you go, 3.2.2. You can see in this yellow box here, it gives you like a brief description of what to do, blah 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 blah. So we're going to load the firmware online. taking a while. I don't normally take this long. Okay, so you can see here it's got sort of what all the updates are in this bottom section. You have a quick read through, you can get to grips with what's new. A quick gander. I don't think I've got this on my quad. Right, so the new targets. Yep, so hit flash firmware, and you can see at the bottom there there's a bar that says erasing or erasing. Okay, now it's flashing. Verifying and programming successful. So you would have probably heard your PC made your little ding saying a USB is connected. So we know that's all done. We'll hit connect. Now we're going to hit restore. And we're going to select that Betaflight backup we did. And there you go, you can see it's done that. Migration complete. So CLI, and we're going to go back to that text document. And I'm going to select everything from the hash dump. So we'll start at the top. So from here, yeah, from there. So we'll highlight from there all the way down to the bottom. And we'll go back into the CLI command, right click and paste and hit enter. And now this is putting all the settings back to what they were. I never noticed that little save to file button before. Okay, so now we want to type save, enter, and you'll see it'll disconnect itself and reboot. Click connect again, and we should have everything back to what it was. Yeah, there we go. Right, so first of all we need to enable serial RX on UART1 because we used TX and RX1. If you used 3, 4, 5, 6, whichever one it is, enable that serial RX. Hit save and reboot. Connect it again. I don't know why it's not auto connected. And we'll go into configuration tab. You can see we're running D-Shot, and you see receiver. You've got serial based receiver, S-bus, blah, blah, blah. That's what it wants to be set on, and then S-bus wants to be on this one here. Okay, so scroll down a bit as well. We need to enable telemetry. Okay, and then just check, see what other things, new things are around here. Oh, that's new. It's all the motor beeps for the new D-Shot motor beeping. Pretty cool. Right, save and reboot. And we're going to connect again. And I'm going to go to receiver. There it is. And we're going to go to, make sure it's on TAER and RSSI. We're going to put on AUX 8. And we're going to hit save. Yeah, that's all okay. So yeah, we'll hit save. Just check that the setup ports are saved. Yep, we've got that in there. Check the configuration. We've got serial based receiver, and we've got telemetry enabled. And receiver, we've got AUX 8 on the RSSI. So hit save. No, we haven't got the accelerometer or anything enabled. Yep, disconnect. And that's it, done. So next video will be updating the firmware on the TBS micro module that goes in the back of the QX7. Then we'll be doing the settings on the QX7 and using the Lua, upgrading the OpenTX firmware on there, lots of other bits and bobs. So the link's in the top. Thanks for watching.